Hello, everyone. Today I will be teaching this week's chapter on meeting social expectation. Today we're going to explore two theories, social comparison and self-perception theory, and how they relate to our daily lives, including the world of social media today. So let's start off with social comparison theory. Social comparison theory is a concept where people have a fundamental requirement to understand where they stand in relation to one another, not just in terms of their views, but also in terms of their capabilities that they possess. The majority of us are compelled to rely on the input of others because it is tough to discover objective standards to judge our own ideas and talents. And for social comparison theory, there are two types of comparisons: an upward, which is comparing to those better than us, and downward, comparing to those worse than us. And an example of upward comparison I would give is imagining seeing a friend's Instagram post of them living their lives on a luxurious vacation, and you might feel inadequate about your own life because you're comparing yourself to them, and you think that you're not good enough because you're not in that position yet. And in comparison, we have comparison, which is when you see someone struggling with a challenge, but you feel better about your own situation because you're not in their shoes. Next theory we'll be talking about is the self-perception theory. And this theory says that one of the ways we might learn more about ourselves is by engaging in activities like self-observation. Sometimes it is difficult for us to articulate exactly what it is that we are thinking and experiencing at any moment. So I use this photo because it kind of shows the man in the mirror and how we self-reflect and think of ourselves in the mirror. But by observing our own behaviors in the outside world, we may acquire a more accurate picture of our internal feelings and attitudes. Usually, it is common for us to be able to better explain unclear feelings and attitudes by looking at what we see ourselves doing. And this theory explores the role of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic being that doing something because you enjoy it, and extrinsic means that doing something for external rewards. Um, I would consider someone sharing their art on social media as something that they love creating. This is an example of intrinsic because you're doing something that you enjoy. On the other hand, intrinsic motivation may be like someone posting uh, a particular post to gain likes or followers because it might question about their true motivation and self-concept. And we try to give this impression where we want to present ourselves with the desired image on social media. So you might think about someone who curates their social media presence by showcasing only the good aspects of their life, like traveling, going to parties, or even expressing their achievements to create a particular image to our audience. And social media is a platform where these theories come to life because people often compare themselves to others, posting content based on intrinsic and extrinsic motivations, and trying to give the best impression to those. In conclusion, these theories help us understand the complexities of human behavior and self-identity in the age of social media. We must recognize that the impact of social media and self-perception on our online lives can empower us to make more conscious decisions about how we present ourselves and interact with ourselves on these platforms. And I really want to hear what you guys have been through and your experience with social media and the comparison theory and self-perception theory. Um, have you ever made an upward comparison on social media, and how did it make you feel? Or perhaps you shared something intrinsically motivated, like a project that you've been working on and you have a passion for it. Was there an interesting outcome? So I just really want to hear y'all experiences on that. And that's all I have for this week's concept. Thank you guys.